Testing, testing, testing. One, two, three, testing. Oops. Right one. Oh, okay. I think we're good. I was trying. Okay, I think we're good. I was trying it through my earpiece today, which I guess that didn't work. So yeah. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Ronnie Show. So glad you could be with us here this afternoon. Um, we're on about 15 minutes later than, in fact, by now we'd just be going off the air, but nope, not this afternoon. As most of you know, I am officially on spring break, so that is very exciting stuff. That's the good news, but the bad news is that this is going to be our only episode of the Ronnie Show this week. We'll get into that here in a little bit, but yeah, so we're going to make the most of it. Because what we're going into our fourth week of doing this Monday through Friday, 15 minutes a day thing. So, and it's worked. It's been pretty darn good. So, um, we'll keep it going for as long as I want to. So, yeah. And as you can see, we're not in my college dorm. We're in our usual studio, except for I'm standing up. So, um, you don't see like the top part of this. So, whoa. So yeah, we'll just kind of talk about my weekend and then what's to come this week. Cause obviously, like I said, this will be our only show this week. So, um, well, I guess we'll get started with Friday. Obviously, I worked Friday night, but in between then and that show, I finished packing up all my stuff and then I came here, unpacked it all, and then went and worked. So, yay. I am awesome. And safe to say it didn't entirely go as planned because, obviously going there, it was quite a long ways out. It was probably, well, it ended up being about a 25-minute drive, but that's about an extra 10 minutes was added on top of that because, all the traffic, 5 o'clock, rush hour basically. So, that made things a little interesting. It probably took me about 10 minutes to go like a mile. Like it was a horrible drive. But hello, Daniele Duarte, I believe. So yeah, it took me forever because I kept running into traffic, then running into red lights. Like it was just, oh my god, it was so frustrating. And safe to say I made it there. So yay for that. And then I worked, and then for whatever reason, as you know, I do camera operating. So um for high school games outside of this, and safe to say the computer that the producer was producing from, like it would not, like it shut down. Like the last 2 minutes we were like on and off the air, and it was just, oh, it was really bad. And then with like 45 seconds left, he's just like, F it, we're not going to do this anymore. So yeah, and then of course during that time too, it also rained, and of course it was below 32 degrees, so then it all basically froze. And surprisingly enough, the drive back wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, which was good. Um, because what I was going to do afterwards is that I was going to go and get a Blizzard over across the street at Dairy Queen. And instead of going straight, for whatever reason, I turned right. I don't know why I did that. So then I kept going down straight, and I'm like, this isn't where I want to be. Like I was basically out of town at that point. And yeah, so then I turned around somewhere and came all the way back, and then I eventually went into Dairy Queen. No, I didn't even get a Blizzard. I got a shake, a vanilla shake. And I had that on the way home, and it was really good. So yeah, and then of course we came home and then we did the stream. It was supposed to be a recap of Sioux City versus Cedar Rapids, but it just ended up being that we got to cover the last half of a period or something like that. And it was a crazy one. 8-7, of course, as you know, is the final score of that. So now we move on to Saturday, and I just kind of spent all day prepping for Saturday night and yesterday for the two streams we did Saturday night. We did, let's see, we had our first game of the World Baseball Classic between Great Britain and the US, the first game we've ever covered on here for that. And let's see, we had Sioux City versus Des Moines, and then we had something else, I feel like, too. Hold on. We got to go back and look at the streaming calendar. You'd think I'd have a good memory, but nah, sometimes that's a little hard to come by around here. Okay, let's see. Because I got my computer right here. Oh, and then we had all kinds of technical difficulties too, which was just great. Oh yeah, the Bandits game. They won 62-19. So whoopee. Then of course we lost Friday night or Saturday night, which is just lovely, but that's okay. Those things happen. And speaking of World Baseball Classic, kind of give you a little preview of tonight. We'll be covering Mexico and the U.S. tonight, so make sure you join us for that right here on RVN, 8 o'clock Eastern time, so in just a little over 3 hours time. So yeah, that'll be exciting stuff. And then yesterday, of course, we had daylight savings time, so we all lost an hour of sleep, and it definitely showed. We'll just say that, at least to the people around me. I was like exhausted. So, yeah, those things happen, but we were still able to crank out a stream. We did the second half of Minnesota versus Colorado. That was an excellent game. And then Boston and Pittsburgh, the first half, NHL action, obviously. And then kind of sandwiched in between, we had college basketball, as you know, with Michigan State and Michigan. So, yeah, that was fun stuff. And then afterwards, me, my aunt, my uncle, and my grandma, we all went out to get ice cream uh, slash dinner. And yeah, it was a fun night. Then after that, just kind of wasted it, to be quite honest with you, doing nothing. So, yeah, but hey, that's the way it is. And then today we were actually supposed to go run some errands, and yeah, that did not get done. Which is okay. Those things happen sometimes. So yeah, I guess we already kind of talked about what's up for the week. We have that tonight, and then tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we'll have action of college basketball conference tournaments. So tomorrow, I think we're going to be doing ACC in the Big 12, and then I'm just doing this off of memory, and then we'll do Big 10 and SEC Wednesday night, and then we'll do those two things. Okay, yes. Okay, you can stop right there. Y'all know how much I hate 6-7, so there we go. Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, and then that'll repeat Thursday and then Friday, same order basically, and then Friday night, Sioux Falls and Sioux City. Saturday night, Waterloo versus Sioux City, and then Saturday afternoon before then we'll have NHL action. I don't know what yet, but and then Sunday afternoon, we'll have the Big Ten championship game, and then that'll lead straight into Selection Sunday. So that'll be very exciting stuff. We'll have all that for you right here on RVN. Big week of streaming. So make sure you join us here for that. As you should. No. Yes, you should. Definitely should. Anyway, let's see. Oh, and then Friday, I'm going to get to go visit my old high school. Yay. So that'll be exciting stuff. We'll have lunch with all the teachers and all that. So it's just going to be a fun day for sure. And I can't wait for that. So yeah. Let's see. What else do I have going on in my life? I think that's it for the most part. Tomorrow, I'm not sure because we might move those errands that we didn't do today into tomorrow. So the schedule for tomorrow is kind of up in the air in that sense, I guess, because we have to drive quite a bit of a distance, at least to one of the stops. I don't know about the other stop. Well, I guess we'll look it up right now because we've got my laptop right here. So, okay, so yeah, we're gonna have to do a little traveling there as well. So yeah, like I said, the schedule will just be up in the air for tomorrow. Not entirely sure what we're gonna do, but we will see. So, yeah, although hopefully tomorrow, if we can kind of get not like an early start to the day, but hello, AJWS World, AJW's World, I guess. So if we can get an early start today to the day tomorrow, then we should be back by about 3. And the ACC game Central Time starts at 3:30. So yeah, we might have to flip the schedule around, but if we do, then that is okay. um as long as we can do 2 games per day in the afternoon, then I don't really care how we do it. Although the one game Wednesday will be in the afternoon and then the other one will be at night. So, oh yeah, and then Wednesday night, I guess, we'll do the first half of Cleveland versus Orlando and then the second half of something in the NBA. What is it? Houston at Denver. So, yeah. And then whatever Big Ten game happens at 9 o'clock Eastern time will be on the air for that. So we'll be on the air at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time on Wednesday night. So yeah, very exciting stuff. Big time here on RVN, that is for sure. And then after that, we'll have March Madness the week afterwards. I mean, it starts Tuesday night, but we won't start covering it until Thursday. So yeah, very exciting stuff around here. It really honestly is one of the best times of the year here on RVN and kind of the start of all, I guess, because we'll have March Madness and then another week. The next week after March Madness ends with the national championship, it'll be playoff hockey. Well, maybe for the Musketeers. We'll see. Right now, the first place team needs 4 points to clinch a first round bye, and then second place Fargo, they need 9 points to clinch a first round bye. And obviously, we're about 12 points. Yeah, we're 12 points behind Fargo right now, or it's a little more than that. So likely we will clinch the 3rd seed. If that's the case, that's okay. No big deal there. We would host, so there you go. Although we really would like, if we could, to get into 2nd place. That would be the ideal goal. The chances of that happening, like I said, are quite slim, I think, at this point, but yeah, if we can be in 3rd, I mean, we'll take that. We'll definitely take that. So yeah. Throw down the hammer. No, kidding. We'll be doing a lot of that later on tonight, though. That is for sure. So yeah, well, we still got a couple of minutes left here before we go off the air for this afternoon. Yeah, like I said, this will be the only Ronnie show this week. And then, let's see, we should have a full week the next week, Monday through Friday. Yeah, we should have a full weeks after that until further notice, I guess we could say. Although we might be able to squeeze in an episode Wednesday. Although I wouldn't be, that would be the only day that we would, maybe Thursday too. I don't know. We'll see. But for now, this is the only one that's scheduled for this week. But yeah, we'll have to see what happens. I haven't done a schedule for the week yet. I need to do that though. So I'll have that out. I'll work on it after we're done with the stream. But yeah, I think that's it for this afternoon. Thank you all so much for watching. Yeah, big week of streaming here on RVN. You're not going to want to miss it. Like I said, we'll have the schedule for the week out in the community tab right after we're done with this. I'll be working on it, and it should be out probably in about 10 minutes or so. So, yeah, exciting times around here. It's definitely my favorite. Really, January through June is like my favorite time period of programming we do here on RVN. Like the first half of the calendar year is my favorite time. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching us here this afternoon, and we will see you all tomorrow, 4:30 Eastern time, for sure. Maybe as early as 3 o'clock Eastern time though. So yeah, for some ACC and Big 12 basketball. So yeah, we'll see you for that tomorrow. Bye-bye.